As far as saying, I was waiting for those like that as a 5-pointer, the Croydon thing. But it's that's one of the real things I found writing recently. It's like, do I put this question in a document, or but I know it and it's a hard question. I want to keep that in case it comes up for me.
Yeah.
See, I found when I was playing and writing at the same time, I found that if I did that too much, I was wasting a lot of time thinking about whether or not I should do it, or you know what I mean? It's kind of like when you know what I mean. Like I'd spend like a good 60 seconds being like, "Oh, should I should keep this for my like writing the question and being like, oh, I should keep it for myself." And then I just wasted 60 seconds where I could have wrote 3 more questions, and now I'm putting off studying more. So I found that any questions I like threw out there, it was like whatever. At least I know it, and I probably know a good like 10 seconds before and 10 seconds after.
Yeah.
And so if something gets asked about that, like I've got that on lock.
It's fine the other way around. It's like I always forget this cast member's name. In the dock it goes.
Yeah.
That too. It's good that we don't have a rule of like repeating stuff. It's more of an unspoken rule.
Yeah.
Like if something was just in a match, like I'll notice it and erase it. But like I would avoid the challenge, like at all times, the challenges of like this happened in a match 3 years ago on this date, and it's like okay.
Well, we try our best not to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Repeat. Thankfully, there's a lot of scenes that you can just write 6 different questions on the same thing.
Exactly.
I remember when that bald-headed demon line came up in Wakanda Forever. I'm like, I can do 7 questions on that right now. Who says it? Who's it being said to? What does he call her? In what movie does this quote happen? There's 4 right there. Great.
Yep.
That's fun.
No, it's fun. And then what was I just gonna say? Shit. 4 different questions right there. Blah blah blah. Oh, I've fully seen people get the same question. So like, Anna will like I'll like throw on an old match from like 2-3 years ago, just to like test her, and I'll see a question that it's pretty much the same question, and it gets reused, and I've seen it happen to the same person, and I've seen the same person get the same question wrong twice. So,
things don't stick.
Yeah, it's just like to me, it's like if you've seen the movie recently, you'll remember it, or like if you remember it being asked, like how you remember it, the reason you remember it, like good on you. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's definitely, I have that issue where like if I don't know it, I don't know it. I'm never gonna know it. Like I'm not gonna like.
And that's your issue. That attitude.
One of my many issues.
That attitude is the issue. Thank you for demonstrating it.
It's not like I didn't try. Do you remember our nights memorizing Fandom Oscars bullshit? Like I tried.
That was the dumbest thing.
Fandom Oscars?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Joe, did you like Fandom Oscars?
I did not, but it's one of those things where I've said like before, like just because it's not my strength doesn't mean it shouldn't be there.
I agree with you in that concept, but yeah, okay. It's
a movie thing. It's a thing that like I know it's like why don't we do these awards? Then why don't we do the BAFTAs? Why don't we do that? And I'm like, but the Oscars is the prestige one, as compared to well, BAFTA guy. I mean, David Tennant gets to host it every year, so that's pretty fun. But no, actually, there was something about like that. I had one round I remember once where I actually did really well, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that was good." And then I was like, "I think I'm good at this now." And then there was another round later on. I went, "Nope."
Yeah, it's just one. There's especially so. Are you talking about Oscars as like a general movie category?
The Fandom Oscars. I mean, it was. I think because you had Oscars in one place and you had Fandom Oscars as well. So I think that's. I don't think it was necessarily misplaced, but I'm not sad to see it go.
Because, well, one, there's only so many fucking things you can add.
Yes.
That was the biggest thing by the end was like, we literally were running out of questions.
And it's just like there were categories with movies that just weren't nominated for Oscars. And so I was just like, why are we doing this thing that only applies to like half of the movies in the category. It made no sense. Never made any sense to me. But that doesn't mean I didn't like before I like said we're axing this. I had a doc that had every Oscar. I had and Tim's seen it. I had like tables where I had the awards listed on top and like the movies from a specific category listed down the side, and I had like X's where they won it, like checks where they were nominated, and like green where it was or whatever.
I remember that doc vividly.
So like I busted my ass figuring out what it was, all to just be like, this is so stupid.
I think the biggest argument for me that made me okay with ditching it was the fact that every other question we were asking about was something you could get from watching the movie, including data, because it's in credits.
Yeah, but the fact that they won something isn't in the credits.
That's what I'm saying. So,
you're saying every other thing besides Fandom Oscars.
Correct.
I see what
Fandom Oscars was the only thing that we had where you could not watch the movie and get the information you needed to answer a question correctly.
And I think that's where I think towards the last sort of years of the Schmodown, which we've been talking about on here before, where I think things like at the time Warzone, now Melee, and Fandom and Jackal, even Onsel sort of started to, I think, eclipse the Schmodown. It was that you'd get a round 2 in the Schmodown, it was all credits. It was all IMDb.
Yep.
And I went, and where this grew here was that no, you'll get one of those in round 2. The rest, you have to have seen the movie, the trailer, something, or have some sort of knowledge about what the film's about to get it. Mm-hmm. But I think it's rewarded. Your work's rewarded more.
Yeah, because like I like Jeopardy, but this never felt like it should be Jeopardy. What I mean when I say that is Jeopardy, and I've seen people who have been like Jeopardy champions or whatever you call them, talk about this, but they say in order to be good at Jeopardy, you don't have to know like deep knowledge about anything. You just have to know very surface level information about a wide range of things. So someone even said, like, just read like the Geography for Dummies book, and that'll like you won't know what like you won't know like very specific towns in this country you've never been to, but like you'll know a lot of capitals of countries and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I never wanted this to be like you just have to have a surface level knowledge of like because like it's by nature a very specific facet of knowledge. So
I haven't counted my Quizlets recently, but there's tens of thousands of questions.
Oh, I bet.
Oh yeah.
I think the last count was around 40,000.
God damn.
Jeez. But I mean, with as long as you've been doing this, that makes sense. Like,
are there repeats? Like,
there are probably some where I'm watching it again. I'm like, I don't know if I have this. I'm going to write it again. It's like probably worded slightly different.
And you probably have cards for movies that are no longer in fandom or in.
No, they've been removed.
Oh, you do remove them when they.
Yeah, and I have to move things from Epic Adventures to YA, for example.
Sorry.
And sometimes they don't all get deleted when I take them out, so that's a process.
We just did the Frenzy, and there's totally a question in there where Tim reads off the multiple choice for Epic Adventures and fully says Voyage of the Dawn Treader, and I was like...
I remember that, actually. I do remember that. That was...
Yeah.
It happens. When stuff gets moved around, it's going to happen. Like, I've gone on to say my Galaxy Quest Quizlets recently, and it's saying, which Star Trek film will you hear the quote? And I'm like, I know that narrows it down for... It's not Galaxy Quest, it's just Star Trek, so that's fine. Or my YA document is like, which Epic Adventures films? Like, right, I can narrow it down to 3.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, we got to stop doing that.
It's tough.
Well, I have a theory about why. Like, I know why Narnia got moved to YA, and I have a theory about something that'll happen next year getting moved to YA.
Do tell.
it involves probably movies that you're not going to get other movies for a while, and maybe a TV series is coming, but not a movie. That's my theory on it. But
it's a pretty good theory. I'll say nothing's decided at this moment, but
except for that, no, I'm just
because
I mean we could
we all know things run out of questions eventually.
We can pretty much confirm Wizarding World in its current form will probably not be a thing. Whether we move it to YA or whatever we do with it.
It does feel like it's like YA and Twilight in that sort of era of.
Yeah, it's just it does, because at the end of the day, the movies are like young adult, based off books for young adults.